Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I want to give you some life tips. I do these every once in a while, and they say you need to share what you know to help others, so here goes. Number one, communication. I am blown away, and one of my pet peeves is people that do not communicate. I communicate by phone. Text is the best because it's quick, it's easy. You're in a meeting, who cares? You're getting the text. Email, communicate. Lack of communication causes more problems in a marriage, in life, in relationships, in anything, work, everything. We all know this. Communication, when in doubt, communicate. Here's an example. I have people say this. They go, well, I called him. I said, did you text him? Did you email him? Sometimes you even got to go to somebody's house. You know, if it's that important, you got to be a Marine. Make to-do lists. I am famous for making to-do lists. I make these lists, and then I reprioritize them. List. Then I put the next day. I got a system. I black them out when it's done. I do a highlighter. You know, you always got to be shifting, reprioritizing, list. If you don't write it, I use my phone thing on my notes. If you don't write it down, you forget it, it doesn't get done. You got to write it down. You got to reshuffle that all the time. Going through piles. This is particularly for paper pushers, lawyers and whatnot. I end my day every day with a clean desk. I throw everything in a box. I go home where I'm going to work my second shift, and I go through that box to redelegate, reshuffle, reprioritize, so nothing gets missed. I call it reshuffling, going through the piles. Do things when you're in the mood. If there's somebody that you need to talk to on the phone and you're not in the right mood for that kind of phone call, don't do it. Don't do it. There's a big joke around me. People around me, they say, hey, you got to be in the mood. I got to be in the mood. But it's important. I also, once I get going, I just go. That's why I take naps, and then when I get working, I just go. But I got to be in the mood. Work hard. There is no substitute for working hard and grinding it out day after day after day. All the hard work on a football team is done behind the scenes that happens on game day. The same thing happens for a trial. The preparation up to that trial. Grind it out. If you're capable of doing this, be the last in bed and the first person up. I do that. I burn it at both ends. It's an advantage. I've told everybody about my trick. This is true. You know, it just proves time relativity. I can get 8 days of the week where I can work. Now, just hear me out. Here's what I do. I work on Sunday night. It's my biggest work day, evening, almost all the way through the night. So I work on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay? How many days is that? 6. I cannot work 48 hours from Friday evening to Sunday evening. That's 48 hours. That's 8 days, right? In other words, I work 6 days a week like crazy, and I still have a 48-hour off period. Now, during that 48 off period, I'm also doing lots of other things, phones, emails, and everything else. But I'm not kidding you. The way I do it, from Friday evening to Sunday evening, is 48 hours. Yet, I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 6 days. A little trick, a little mental trick that works. Delegate when you can. Things I've learned. I also don't crowd my mind with stuff I don't need to know. Like there's a big, long memo. If I don't need to know what's in that big, long memo, I'm not going to read that big, long memo. Don't crowd your mind with stuff until you need to know it. Big projects that are overwhelming. A lot of people have this problem. The key is just to get started. I think I learned this on the farm, like hoeing 4 acres of tobacco. You look at 4 acres of tobacco and you say, well, you know how you hoe 4 acres of tobacco? You start hoeing the first freaking row. You know, I've written some books. You know how you write a book? You start writing about something. You just start writing about something. If you have a good idea, and this applies to me a lot, and I've learned this, you should be able to find the money some way, somehow. You should never not do a good idea because you can't find the money. If your idea is truly an incredible idea, somebody somewhere will give you the money, help you with the money. Don't ever give up. You got a blockbuster idea that you're truly committed to. Don't not do it because of the money. There'll be somebody. People with money like finding good ideas. You always have a move. That's a saying of mine. You always have a move. Always. I got sentenced to 15 days. I served 8 days in the Hamilton County Justice Center, and I didn't let that stop me working on the Durrani cases. I didn't let that stop me being in shape. You always have a move, folks. No matter what befalls you, you've got a move. You just got to make the right move. You need to find support around you. You need to have your own personal board of directors, as some of these folks call it. I've always had a good group of personal board of directors. It changes over time. Last but not least, folks, you got to take care of home base and your health. 3 problems, three that cause the most issues: health, relationship, finances. You got to take care of family. You got to have that home base. If I had a screwed up personal life, I couldn't do what I do. If I had terrible health, I couldn't do what I do. I'm blessed. That doesn't happen automatically. Relationships require effort. There's times when guess what? You got to set aside the work and go to a dinner. Go to a function. There's times when you got to exercise every day. Eat right and exercise. It's so simple. You go into these bookstores, all these books with all this stuff. It all boils down to one thing: eat right and exercise. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I'm just trying to improve your quality of life.